All right, welcome back to another video. This video we'll be doing a battery and a alternator on a Honda Fit. I've already gone ahead and removed the battery. It was like heavily corroded on there, so I had to fight with it to break this free because all of this was all mangled on here. So you don't need to know how to take a battery out. It's pretty straightforward. But onto the alternator. Your alternator is just located down here. You're gonna have a 10mm bolt right here. Release that so you can actually pull this line out of your way. This EGR here, it's gonna have a 12 here and then a 12 just underneath it here. You want to take this off so you can remove this and unclip this. Okay, you're gonna unclip this thing out of your way, tuck it away, and then this thing's gonna basically come out and set off to the side there. And then when we get there, you're gonna have a bracket that sits just down here, which I'll show you in just a second here, that we're gonna be removing as well, which will have your tensioner on there to release that belt. All right, once you've removed your EGR valve, you're gonna have a 12mm here and a 12mm just underneath there. There will be a little gasket. It's a reusable gasket that's gonna be sitting on there. It actually comes off just like that. Then you're gonna get your nuts that you took off, as I dropped one on the floor, and you're going to tighten this down here all the way. And then you're gonna put another one on there and tighten it. Then you're gonna use an open-ended wrench and just basically crack it free, and then that will take that piece out here to loosen it out here, because these two need to come out in order to get that alternator out. So you basically just put two nuts on it, as you see right there. Get an open-ended wrench on it, and then just and then pull it down. You can see it moving. And you just keep doing it like that until the stud comes out. Okay. So I couldn't get this one out. Someone who put that in last probably cross-threaded it, or if they were stupid, they put thread lock on it. I can't get it out, so I'm gonna have to try to screw around with that and see if I can work around this bar. I've already gone ahead and I've removed the tensioner bracket here. It's loose now, like I can move it around, but there's still one more bolt underneath, which I'll show you right now. That next bolt, so you gotta have a 12mm here, a 12mm here, and then a 12mm here. So you're gonna have three, 1, 2, 3, holding that bracket in place. It looks like that. So the only bolt holding this alternator on now is actually underneath the vehicle. So now I'm going to jack up the car and to hit that last bolt underneath there, and then I should be able to get this thing off nice and free. I did have to disconnect my ABS module here, just because it was in my way. I couldn't get my ratchet in there, so I just disconnected it. I'll reattach it after. Also, there's a ground wire here that was in my way. I took that off as well. All right, so now once you're here and you remove that bottom bolt there, you start to contemplate your life choices and like, was this even a good idea? And should I have just taken it to a mechanic shop? But you get that 12mm bolt out, put it off to the side. Now you got your two connectors. You're gonna have your little chrome connector here, which is just a push pin. You just squeeze it and it pulls out. And then this one here is just a rubber boot that is on top. And when you peel this off, it'll expose a nut, which should be either a 10mm or a 12. Most times they are a 10. And you break that free, and then you just literally will pull it out through here. All right, after fighting tooth and nail and you get it out, make sure you disconnect your connector here and your 10mm bolt on this one here. And you just compare the two, make sure that the positions are the same there, and that these are here, the pulleys are the same diameter, which these ones are. And then you just repeat the process in reverse. While putting it in, make sure you put your connector and your power supply on before you put it in there, because you got like no access to get in there and do that. So that's your first step. And as you can see, this vehicle's got a crazy heavy oil leak, as you can look at it all down there. It's just absolutely just caked. All right, so now I've gone ahead and I have got the bottom bolt in and snug, not super tight. I got my studs back in here. I'm going to put on the bracket now here, because this is still loose and wobbling around, because once you have the position of this one on there, then you can crank the bottom one down, so that way the tensioner can tighten that belt up as it backs up like that. All right, so now I've gone ahead, I put the bracket on, I put the alternator in there, the belt is on now. This is your tensioner, which will increase the tightness of the belt. Make sure you put this one on last. You're gonna have a 12mm bolt sitting right there that you can see with the light shining on it. And then just below the bracket here at the tip of my finger, you're gonna have the other 12. Tighten these two down first before you put on the last 12, which is attached to the alternator. Makes your life a lot easier. I got the 12mm bolt that's in here for your EGR up top and down low, both tightened in there. Do not forget to reconnect your connector after, or you're gonna get a check engine light and it won't run right. And that's pretty much it. I tightened down the ground wire that I had connected here, reconnected the module I disconnected here to give me some more room for the ABS. And that's it. I'm just gonna get these AC lines back where they belong. That's pretty much it. And then I obviously put the battery back in, but this isn't a video on how to do a battery, it's how to do your alternator. To tighten it, yes, go down from the bottom underneath. The bolt sits right here. Let me get a flashlight here for you quickly. Bear with me. Okay, so the bolt sits right here for the 12mm that's here, and then to access it, you go underneath the vehicle. And you're actually going to go right above the oil filter right there, and then it comes right to the bolt that you need to. You're going to need a 12mm bolt with like about a 6-inch extension with a ratchet, and your ratchet should come out and stick out right there, and it takes it on and off very easy. But that's pretty much how you do an alternator on a Honda Fit 2007, well, this generation actually. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.